This video is an extract from an interview where an art professional shares their top tips for artists. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy this video. Welcome everyone to this webinar with Jennifer Scott. Jennifer has been director of Dulwich Picture Gallery since 2017, and her responsibility is the artistic vision, management, and leadership of the world's first purpose-built public art gallery. Jennifer has got a wealth of experience in the art world. Maybe you can tell us where we are and what you do at Dulwich Picture Gallery.
I'm in Dulwich Picture Gallery, so I work on site most days. And yeah, this is my lovely office. It's far from perfect. We don't have really big shiny offices here. We're a small but brilliant gallery. We're not publicly funded, and we're a small team. There's about 56 full-time equivalents who work here at the gallery, and then that's supported by about 150 volunteers.
What advice would you give to artists watching who want to get noticed and collaborate with either a public gallery or a museum, whether it's for workshops, exhibitions, talks, or something else? Do you have any advice as a museum director about how an artist can get noticed in that way?
I think a really important thing is to be really alert to the direction of travel of that institution. There is no point approaching somewhere where there is no opening for your art there, where there is no possibility. So look at the type of programming that the institution is doing. Look back over the past 3 years at the types of shows and see the ways that they have been engaging with artists. Don't waste your time by approaching things that wouldn't be a fit. And then I think be really clear about what your USP is as an artist. Have that clarity. Don't be afraid to define your art, because people work so quickly. And so actually trying to be too malleable isn't the way. I would say it's either going to work or it's not going to work. You're going to be a fit or you're not going to be a fit in terms of your artistic vision and what an institution needs to achieve. And so I think sometimes when working with contemporary artists, there can be kind of thing, oh, I could do that too, I could do whatever. Whereas instead what you're looking for is a particular direction of travel of one artist and a meeting of minds with what a project needs to achieve. So that makes sense. It's a sort of a way of being able to express what your art is about, what defines your art, what media you work in with real clarity, because then you can just make sure that you're going for things when it feels like there could be a fit. Whenever you actually want to apply to have your art in a place, articulate what's in it for the museum or the gallery. Match what about you would be of benefit to the place. So look at the vision statements, look at the mission of the museum or gallery you're applying to. Think about what it is that they would say about you to show off. So turn it around. What's in it for them about working with you? And then feed them that line. So just make it really simple, but articulate what you and your art will do for the museum or gallery. Every time we're pitching ourselves or our work, it's making that connection of what that would matter to the person we're talking to. So it's the same when you're pitching work. So I think that's what I mean by the USP, actually. It's not just defining yourself, it's matching it.
When you do an open call or when people reach out about proposal, what kind of artist submissions attract your eye? Is there anything that an artist can do in a proposal, whether again it's an open call or they're reaching out, to make it super attractive to you as a museum director and more generally as an art professional, as a curator?
I'm going to go practical again rather than artistic in a way. When judging submissions for something like that, you'll have a panel of other judges too who come from different backgrounds, bringing a variety of views. So you know that you're going into that situation already with oftentimes like 6 different people who are going to be assessing your work together. So the most useful thing is do not deviate from the brief at all. Just keep it absolutely on that brief. It doesn't matter if 15 years ago you did something similar at a Biennale somewhere. Even if it's your proudest moment, it doesn't matter. In that moment, make the brief about the brief, because you're just judging like for like. And the minute you're going into it, you're picturing, you know what the needs are. And so you're immediately picturing how it would be in the space. And then a really big one. If the brief comes with a budget attached to it, then speak to that. Speak to that immediately. Don't wait to be shortlisted further down. Talk about the fact that you can deliver that within the brief, and then be true to that. So don't have materials that are clearly more expensive than that. Or don't ever try and fudge it and make it when it's all right, because it would mean so much to me to do something at Dulwich Picture Gallery, so I would foot a bit of that myself. Don't make it muddy, just absolutely hit the brief, because when people put a project budget like that around something, it's because part of it is also having the confidence that it's the kind of artist who has that professional experience to deliver something to time on budget, and you'll show that by actually just doing a very simple breakdown of it. So don't deviate, make it absolutely to the point of that thing.
How do you, in practice, when you're answering that brief, make
Mm.
sure that you're delivering something that for you as a museum director is useful and more appealing to work with?
It's a reiteration of the same kind of answer, but it's actually just reminded me of a really key point in this is don't show you're working too much. A lot of us love, as I do, I use far too many words, as you can all hear. We all love to tell a story, or we know where an idea has come from. We know the genesis of an idea. So lots of submissions that I've come across in my time will go through that genesis. When I first came at this problem, I was thinking about flowers. And when I thought about flowers, I thought about petals. And I started working with petals in this way. And then from the petals came the stem, and the stem, and then further down the page, you realize the thing's about trees and it's not about flowers at all in the end. That sort of thing, you don't have time to go through the genesis of the idea. That's your prep work. That is what has fed into the idea. We already trust that you're an artist who has put a thought process into this. You put in a submission. So make it about what the actual artwork is, what it looks like, how it functions, how it matches the brief, and how it's going to fit to the budget. Don't give us all that backstory. Go straight in with what it is.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch the full 1-hour interview and get top tips from an expert, then click the link below and join the Art Ladder mentoring program now. By joining the Art Ladder, you will get access to our full library of webinars with curators, collectors, critics, gallerists, and more. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, and check out the description below for more free resources for artists.